site manager's hut, and we're just about to go into St. Peter's. Chris is going to have a view of the place, and come with us, join the tour, and I hope you enjoy it.
Okay, so we're imagining we've just walked in through the doors, so what sort of texture are we going to see? So I imagine a lot of this stuff will be out of the way, hopefully.
Well, hopefully scaffolding poles will have gone. This is a mezzanine floor which will be faced with a really nice glass screen and handrail, and that will be part with the ground floor here of the community hub, and that will be a chill out area, and it will back onto the sound desk at the far end. And the idea is this has got underfloor heating, by the way, so you'll be able to lie on it if you want, and we hope that it'll be really comfortable. And the whole idea is to get a quality feel. As people come through the door, they will see the mezzanine. Over on this left-hand side, we hope to have a welcome desk and quite possibly a TV screen giving notices and announcements as people come in. Welcome to St. Peter's Centre, and telling what the programme is.
So what room is this going to be?
Well, this is the main hall here. Over this end is going to be where the platform is, worship group and all of that. Up above us here, into the stage lines, and also then up above there. Then just underneath the mezzanine is going to be a glass screen. And with the glass screen, you'll be able to see right into the building. In fact, the front door will also be solid glass, and you'll be able to see from the street right into the building. Now that front bit there is going to be where the cafe area is going to be tied in with the lady chapel, which will become the kitchen.
So we've got the front door just over there.
Yes.
The cafe will be at the front of it.
Yes.
So then what will this space be?
Well, this is the old lady chapel, and what we've done is we've opened up the arches that were all blocked up, and this here will be the doorway into the kitchen. Here we'll be serving hot food, and the far one will be serving teas and coffees. And hopefully, if we get the grant, we'll be able to kit this out as a commercial kitchen. So this is all be plastered out and all the rest of it.
So I know it's a sort of square hole at the moment. Is that going to be filled with anything?
Yeah, a lift, so that will go right up through to the first floor. There'll be a nice glazed screen around here, a door here, another door here, and then that's all into the toilets. There'll be a staff entrance in this place, this side, and then nice staircase with oak treads and all on up to the next floor. Okay, let's go upstairs and see what the measurements are. Here will be another glazed screen, and all of this is a sound desk. As you can see, plenty of wiring. All of this is the lighting.
So what space is this then?
Do you want to know what that's for?
Oh, I'm not sure I do.
That's going into that cupboard over there, that first one, and this is going to be an area that, again, it's a community room, but it will have special provision for children. First floor now, okay? Toilets on the right hand side here, accessible, gents, ladies. Here's a good store for you and all your kit for 180, and then on down here, on this side we've got a small meeting room. And on this side we have a servery, a bit like what we have on the first floor. And if you look through here, you'll be, this is where we'll be able to serve tea and coffees, just like we do to the youth hall. So
this is probably the main room on the first floor. So what sort of, I guess, activities will be going on here generally?
Well, this is for trend and for 180. We think 180 will fit in here quite well. It's a good area. It's square. So in terms of our own youth hall at present, certainly a lot wider and maybe a bit shorter. This is the quiet room, Chris. That's your main activity room. We're going to call this a studio. Okay. So the idea is that if groups want to practice here, it'll have to be semi-acoustic, I think, or if there's drama, wants to rehearse, or even dance, I suppose, to some degree, as long as they don't fling themselves too far. These oak screens will be the secondary glazing to the external. So there shouldn't be any problem with noise transmitting to the neighbours next door in that way.
I'm ready.
Okay, up to the top floor. Okay, Chris, this will be the office space. As you can see, they put in the Velux windows, and that gives quite a good amount of natural light, but we're now at the place of second fix where we're putting in the light fittings. And this whole area will be shared between Edom and Open Heaven for office space. Still some finishing work to be done, and then this floor will be. So it's looking quite good. And then if we go on through here, we're going to call the next room the board room. And let me take you to there and you can see what it's like. Okay? Here we are. This will be a board room, and it's also going to be set up for AV and all the rest of it. And it's very similar to the room below, except it's nice and square, nothing fancy in it, just a plain room. Just one window here. So what do you think of the building so far then, Chris?
I guess the word would be excited, actually, because having been at Edom, where often it's just there's not enough space, I just really look forward to be a place where there's no longer that restriction. But at the end of the day, it's just a building, and it's actually what it can enable us to do, and actually who we are. And yeah, so I'm really looking forward, and it's nice to just see around and just be able to get excited, because when you see it on paper, it's not quite the same. Yes. So yeah, really looking forward to it.
Okay, well the schedule is that it should be finished by about the middle of April, and then the idea is that by the first Sunday in June we're in. Now obviously it won't be all ready by then, but hopefully we'll have enough done to make it habitable and usable. So there's a lot of work to be done. There's acres of wall to be painted, there's acres of flooring to be carpeted, there's all the PA to be linked up and all the stage lighting and all of that. There's a lot of work to be done, and what we're really needing is for our folks to really help us with that. You know, take some time out, maybe take some of their annual leave, certainly give us some hours. The big problem, I think, will be that initially everybody will be very enthusiastic, and then we'll tail off and there'll be 5 people sort of knocking their pans and doing it. But hopefully people will be able to spread their load so we can actually do the work that's required in the period. And of course inside is a big challenge, but outside too, we need gardeners to plant out lawn and do all that sort of thing. So the whole place is presented as a very welcoming space and a welcoming building. I'm looking forward to it.